Oh god, I love that shit. Oh yeah, Hunter, how'd 420 go?
Well, I mean, today was busy, but for different reasons. 420 has been like leading up to today has been a pain in the ass. Not gonna lie, but or
I
this
believe it.
week really, but this week is a code freeze, so
Oh
it's given
sweet.
me it's given me a lot of time to get caught up in other things. So today was just really busy trying to do all of that.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, fair enough.
Yeah, but it looked
Oh,
like we made like every hour we doubled our sales.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I think we finished today off with almost almost 200,000 or $200 million in sales.
Yeah. Well, it is weed.
Yeah. The rest of the week is going to get crazier. Well, apparently last Friday we broke records, but I wasn't here to, and I didn't look back to see what it was. So
Oh, fair
that
enough.
means today we broke more records because we did better than Friday.
Gee, I hope they don't get absolutely torpedoed by sexual harassment lawsuits
Yeah.
or they're embezzling.
Yeah, I think they're cleaning up their act a good bit. Um, Not a single woman's complained to me about sexual harassment since everyone else's everything has been changing. So
Well,
I'm
good.
assuming things are better. But it was already strange enough that women were approaching me about it to begin with.
Yeah, that is kind of weird that they pick you, but I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe must seem like a stand-up sort of pro-labor guy.
It tends to happen a lot though. That's a pretty regular. I don't know why. Lindsay says it's because I'm non-threatening. The fact that women come to me with a lot of their problems. Yeah.
It's true. You are very non-threatening.
Yeah.
That's a good thing, though.
Yeah.
But speaking of threatening, you guys want to tell me where we stand after last week, so we can get Jeff caught up on this game, which is going to be very confusing to him when he comes back.
Yeah, I'm recording, by the way.
Yep.
Nice.
Hi, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff. Miss you, buddy.
Let's fill in our good buddy Tornala with what's been going down, and I'll fill in the blanks.
Well, we left the library and got stuck in time.
Yeah,
Yep.
like last
For a
2
while.
weeks.
Is
Yes,
it
2
only
weeks.
2 weeks? I was here. I don't remember how long that was. It was a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things got bad fast then.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks.
Yeah, we met definitely not Saltspire.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good old Lucas Yeager,
And then
member of the
we
Order
got
of the
into
Cleansing
our
Flame.
yeah, and then we made it back to the tavern to find the guildmaster after being teleported, and that's how we found out about the loss of time, the time skip. And also all of the cultists started attacking us as soon as we left.
Yeah. Oh, and you guys remember the reason for the the reason that the teleportation magic fucked up?
Or interfering with it.
Yeah. Yeah. The god of I hate magic.
Yeah.
Making that giant glyph on the ground. Like, stronger his presence gets, the weaker magic gets. Or the more likely it becomes to fail.
So we worked with the paladin guy,
Lucas.
Lucas,
The witch hunter.
to go towards the source of the issue, which was we didn't see it at first, but there's some large demonic entity on top of this tower.
Yeah. Well, it's not so
Well-
much on top of the tower as it's like watching through like an opening in the fucking sky.
Oh, okay. So just
Yeah, I think we discerned it was the skull throne, and Korn is sitting atop it.
Yeah. Yep. The town has the gaze of Korn thanks to the just insane slaughter that's occurred there.
Yeah.
All according to the cultist plans, which, for the record, all of this stuff seems to have originated from the Noble Quarter, which is
Oh.
why you guys went to the Noble Quarter and ended up in this tower. Because bored nobles, always the ones that end up being fucking chaos cultists. Well, sometimes. Really, it's like me throwing darts at a board, and a pretty big target is nobles invited chaos. There's plenty others though, which we can talk about later as they come up. So, we got to the top of the tower, yeah? Because, well, the whole town is getting extremely cursed by Khorne, and, the center of all the power is here. And you found the, cult leader, who seemed like he was going to, be the final boss. And then, good old Pogodoc took a pot shot at him, hit him in the leg, and it, like, inexplicably killed him. Looked like he had, hemophilia, essentially. Guy bled out immediately.
Who was it that I shot yesterday or last session?
Me.
Yeah. Shot you as well.
Oh yeah, you guys had your first encounter with, the influence of the Chaos Realms.
Yeah. I fell for it. Pogodoc
Yeah.
fell for it.
Yeah, you're in the book now.
Yeah. That's how it's gonna go with most chaos influence, for the record. It's going to be based on whatever saves you have that are the strongest, because everyone has their own ways of holding out against the temptations of chaos. If it was all just wisdom saves, well, that'd get a little boring.
Right.
It'd be too predictable who is going to fall to chaos every single time. But yeah, so from all the blood collected in this town, and then finally the blood of the cult leader himself, a blood letter of Khorne was finally able to make its way into the world. And atop the tower, you face him in the final battle for Bergenhofen. Or what's left of it.
I just hope that killing this one thing doesn't allow a greater demon to just show up.
Who gave you my notes? No, I can't throw a greater demon at you guys yet. That's for like 10 levels from now.
That'll be fun.
Alright, so let's check. Where were we in the initiative? I believe we were on Emhyr. Does anyone have anything else we need to go over real quick?
I need to get signed in. That's what I need to do.
Oh, well, you should do that then.
I don't think so. I'm assuming I just went too. I think I remember.
Okay, yeah. Alright, so that makes the Bloodletter's turn. Come on, carousel pop. Alright, fine. I don't need the carousel. I'll just operate off of the, I'll just operate off of the list.
I have no idea if I did go or not, because I see my rats right next to me.
Well, if you want to go, by all means.
I don't remember, so I think the fair thing to say is I did.
Okay. Bloodletter's turn then. Alright, in front of him, he sees a child of man. And Jesus Christ. Lucas! Alright, Lucas takes 10 damage. The Bloodletter just, like, smashes through his guard and gets him with a deep gash across the chest. He is not looking good.
Lucas.
Not even HP.
Damn you! Ogadak,
All right.
this shrieking, bloodthirsty demon is
Door
Uh,
here.
a problem.
Let's see. Pull up my character sheet. This out. All right. I'm gonna do. Says I have to cast a level 1 spell or higher. I'm gonna cast shield.
All right. Well, shield is a reaction, if you'll recall.
Oh yeah, oh, yep, I am reading it. Yeah, I see that now. Okay,
Yeah.
then I'm just gonna have to take a shot at him then with my rifle.
All right, take your shot.
Missed.
All right. Yep. So, again, the bullet strikes its hide and just shatters on impact.
Ugh. Okay. Then I'll shift over. And end my turn. Boop.
All right, Strollbog.
Alright. To start off, gonna bonus action Giant's Might
All right.
and become large.
All right. All right. Large Strollbog.
Large dwarf, scary dwarf.
Try and hit this demon.
It's a little bit astounding that the floor can support him.
I'm gonna continue the trend of missing this session, apparently.
Good.
All right.
Keeping it good and fresh.
That's my job.
All right. So the Bloodletter is actually super stoked that you got huge, because he's here for a proper fight, and it enthusiastically turns its attention towards you and parries the strike. You may find it slightly alarming.
Yes.
All right. That all for you?
That is it.
All right, brilliant. So that means we are on to Lucas. So Lucas is very badly injured. So he takes a minute and raises his blade in front of himself and begins a prayer to Sigmar.
Oh yeah.
Blessed Sigmar, the world drowns in corruption. Your empire is aflame with heresy. The faithful perish, and the wicked multiply. Blessed Sigmar, lend me your strength. Grant me the will to purge the corrupt, to smite the heretic, to bring hope when hope is lost. By the comet and the hammer, I pledge to the coming battle. I vow not to waver and never retreat, to stand tall against the flames of perdition, to drive back the shadow of chaos with your holy light. And you see golden light just start pouring out of his eyes and mouth as he attacks the creature in front of him. Oh!
Nice.
Oh,
Alright, well, I'm gonna... Yeah, he's smiting that, for the record. Let me just double check smite.
hope so after that speech.
Right.
Yeah. Well, he was always gonna smite it, but he crit. Oh, it's not I was hoping he would crit, but we'll see. Okay, so just smite it at the. So 46 then. All right. So it takes 7, and then we'll take another 15 off of there. All right, brilliant. He just stabs directly through the beast's hide, and there's like a concussive blast of golden light. The blade is withdrawn from the bloodletter, and you can see that it's not bleeding from the wound. It's more like a massive chunk of glowing nothingness got taken out of it. It's no longer happy that Dirk transformed. I mean, not Jesus Christ. All right, fine. Put that one in the book.
That's going on there again.
How much damage did he do?
7 plus 15, 22.
Okay.
And it's no longer happy that Strolbo transformed because it got very irked by what happened to it. Now it wants to kill Lucas again. Emir.
Yeah, I was looking at the chat log. I did go and I did the thing I would wanted to have done, which was Hex last turn.
Good. So what are you gonna do now?
I am gonna blast it, hopefully hitting.
Let's find out. Hey,
Nice.
that'll hit.
Plus a d6. And then I'm gonna have Demigod go in and kind of fight this thing. Use stealth.
Very nice.
Nice.
With the con save, and I don't know if this matters for it. It does have disadvantage on con saves.
Okay, well I'll roll again. That's gonna be. Oh, that beats it on the dice. So yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yep. So does that damage even happen? I had picked half as much poison.
Okie dokie.
Oh, okay.
I believe it applied properly then. Piercing poison. Yeah, it looks like it applied properly.
Or...
Because it did do the Constitution save.
Okay, cool. That's all I got.
Alright, very good. This creature is absolutely incensed. Before it sees a glowing agent of one of its supreme enemies and lashes out in a rage. Whoa! That's right! I can't make this up. Lucas is actually blessed by Sigmar. With a strength that belies his great wounds, Lucas parries the massive bloody blade aside effortlessly with his silvered rapier. Of course, where he might once have considered taunting the beast, his expression only displays righteous fury. But now, the beast has managed to do nothing. So, Pogodoc,
All right.
what you gonna do?
Move. Take another shot. It's all right. Finally, pierce the skin.
Alright. Well, it does have a massive gaping hole in its normally impervious hide. So you're able to do a substantial amount of damage to it.
Ciao.
And it is slowed down. It is slowed down a lot now. I'm just gonna roll something real quick. Okay. We'll go to Strulbog's turn. Then, if you're done, Pogadok.
Nice.
All right.
All right.
There you go.
Oh,
Oops.
I fixed it. I fixed it.
Strulbog going to swing his axe.
All right, the giant dwarf fucking crits. Oh, the bloodletter. In danger.
And plus.
Level 3 is so chaotic.
Oh!
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. We all get our specialized skills. and then
Incredible.
The power change is just absolutely bonkers.
Jesus Christ, that damage.
So, you just smash this thing into the floor, and even though it intercepts the axe with its blade, the sheer weight of the strike forces it to the ground, and the blade digs deep into its shoulder, where it's not able to fully parry the force of it, and it just screams in rage. You can feel the tower itself almost seem to shake.
Oh,
On your second winding.
I am invigorated by this show of strength.
Okay, we'll just. Ooh, okay, that's the fun number. So, we're gonna go to Lucas's turn then, if you're all done. All right. Lucas is still overtly blessed by Sigmar. And when he speaks, it is not Lucas's voice that you would normally recognize. Foul creature, you will fall before the anathema of your kind. And he winds back his sword to deliver what should be a fatal blow. But, would everyone roll perception? I'll pause the music for this bit. So, all of you, except for Lucas. Lucas is not even rolling for it because he's not paying attention. You notice the air behind the bloodletter kind of shimmering. You wouldn't believe it at first, but it's kind of like the surface of a pond that's been disturbed by a rock. And as you're watching, you can see a kind of like a neon purple light start glowing behind the bloodletter. And the bloodletter notices this too.
well then.
As it begins to turn around, everything seems to slow down around you. As the surface of that still pond bursts forward, letting in a torrent of light and sound. The accursed, unholy music enters this realm, and Lucas, snapped out of his possession, screams, "Cover your ears!" But it's too late! You're frozen in place as a horrific yet beautiful abomination from beyond the fabric of this space emerges from the portal and rips the bloodletter to shreds. The demonic chorus in the background threatens to drive you to madness. And the bloodletter is left lying on the ground. Hilariously, it is bleeding now.
Oh my god.
You see the creature has ripped it to shreds in small strips
Fucking
and scattered them
Slaanesh is
about
beaming
the
in
room
here.
like confetti.
Oh my god.
The whole room begins strobing with light.
What are we in?
You're in a... Well, you're essentially in a Chaos War Zone.
Yes.
Congratulations. Also, this is the boss fight.
Oh god.
You get
I'm
juked
afraid
twice.
to ask for an image of this thing that we're fighting based on the music.
Oh, you're gonna see it.
It better be a fucked up J-pop looking idol.
I wouldn't say that. What a good picture. No, we'll go with we'll go with the exalted version. There we go. All right. Do you still feel as if you're moving in total slow motion, and you know, as the sensation of horror washes away from you, and you're able to get a good look at this abomination that has just shredded this demon in front of you. You see this.
Yep. Fuck.
It looks at all of you and says, "So, which among you attempted this silly little ritual? Did any of you perhaps hope to join the ranks of the Dark Prince?
What ritual?
Oh, this ritual of excess, of course! Look at all the blood everywhere! It's an invitation I could hardly ignore, but it looks like those boorish bloodletters got here first again."
Can I shoot her?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna shoot her.
Alright. Combat begins.
The music's still playing.
Yes.
Okay. I'm probably like covering my ears. I'm just like unable to like deal with what's happening right now.
Strulbog's moving his cheeks a little bit to it.
It's definitely drowning out my thoughts.
So you missed, which is perfect because you feel as though you're moving in slow motion. And as you aim the gun at the demonette, it just kind of raises an eyebrow and you fire, and it's almost like you could perceive the bullet moving at it, and it simply just kind of leans out of the way. Oh, so we're gonna have one of those parties. Music seems somehow more ominous.
Demons.
Lucas, unfortunately, still has the remnants of that Sigmarine power clinging to him.
Oh.
So that's initiative.
Oh.
Needed initiative for my demonette.
Right.
Oh, let's just
Nice.
Ooh! Oh. So she comes in fast as hell.
Oh.
Swipes at him twice. He raises his blade in front of him. Without the unbending will of Sigmar behind his actions, though, you can see him gritting his teeth in pain as he chants litanies to Sigmar under his breath to distract himself from the horrendous music. And so it comes to Emir's turn.
I'm gonna focus action to put Hex on this creature.
Alright.
And covering one of my ears still, lifting up my other arm, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast. That's really all I can do right now. That's gonna miss. Is this a wall above me?
Yes.
I'm gonna hide behind the wall.
That's fair. That's fair. So
And the rat's gonna scurry under the desk.
So you fire that you raise your hand and fire the Eldritch Blast, but again, this thing is literally the fastest creature you have ever seen. It doesn't even seem like it dodged, but suddenly the blast is just making a hole in the wall behind it.
We gotta get out of
And
here.
it turns to look at you, and a disturbingly long purple tongue emerges from its mouth, and it licks its lips while looking at you in a way that you don't like. And if that's your turn,
If there is a god in this world that gives a shit about me, please make this stop.
and now it's the Demonette's turn. And the Demonette, once again, is gonna try to fucking murder Lucas.
Ooh.
Oh, Lucas, you absolute Giga Chad. Lucas is fucking barely holding on. He's just chanting, the desires of the flesh are nothing compared with the eternal reward. Clutching one side of his head with his offhand, he's dropped his pistol in order to block out the sound from at least part of his ears. The Demonette still hasn't been touched, though. Pogadok, save them.
Oh. I think we need to get out of here, but, take a shot. Ooh. That's another bad shot.
Oh no, it's still just unreasonably fast.
Jesus. How tall up is this ledge?
You can climb up
Alright.
there if you want to.
If I can I just stay? I'm going underneath it.
Oh, you can. Yeah, you can totally fit underneath it.
I'm going underneath it.
All right.
Uh-oh. I made a mistake.
I hope you guys don't get killed by a monster that's playing meme music at you.
We're gonna get memed to death.
Strolbog, you're giant, and admittedly, the music sounds pretty good.
Yeah, Strobog seems to be a little amped.
Is this a Sonic OC?
No, it's a Demonette.
Oh my god.
What?
It's the music.
It's so
I'm-
cursed.
I'm not even doing anything. This thing has lower AC than the Bloodletter.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. So unlike the Bloodletter, it does not try to parry. It instead just kind of moves to the side. Fast as a goddamn blur. Lucas, desperate to stop the infernal sound, lashes out.
Ah.
Fiend! You'll not take us! My strength fades! Ymir,
Disappointed.
there's
Norse.
a
Okay.
there's a terrible purple light switch rave going on in the next room.
Sam, disappointed no one's posted Carmel Dodson gifts and Umgak yet.
You know, I picked it specifically because the Norskins, who are the Chaos Barbarians of Warhammer, are represented as having the Swedish culture, so Caramel Dancing is the perfect, ridiculous party music for Demonettes to play.
Nice. Got him.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's an impact!
Oh, and a D6.
Well, roll it. Alright. So, you wheel around the corner, clutching your ears to try and shut out the accursed sound, and for a moment between beats, you feel as though you have been blessed by silence once more. You're able to channel the first rebellion's power into a strike against the Demonette. And as soon as the blast impacts, the music stops. But then, something else starts. It turns to look at you. Looks at the wound it's just received. Winks at you. But it also looks just absolutely fucking livid.
Fuck it. I'm gonna have my rat come in.
Alright. The Demonette easily avoids the rat. Ah. Hey, boss. These things are kind of making me a little nervous.
I'm gonna go hide behind the wall.
Shit.
That's my turn.
The frantic sounds of Slaaneish's realm have been replaced with something decidedly more ominous.
I feel like Mass Effect club music.
Yeah. You can feel the murderous intent in the air as the Demonette switches from what was going to be simply a fun little party to murdering everybody.
Uh-oh.
The first thing it does is stomp on the rat.
Not the rat.
Demagogue is stuck under its high-heeled foot. Ah! Oh, boss! Boss, it's real bad!
I'm gonna use my reaction to have that.
Okay.
How much did it do?
It just did 7.
Okay, so it gets back.
Boss, it's real bad, I can't dodge it. Oh, wait, I think it auto-halved it.
Did it do? Wait,
Yeah.
did it do 7 or did it do 3?
Well, the damage was supposed to be 7, but it only did 3.
Oh, weird. That happened
So
last time.
It's auto-halving it, which is interesting, but, alright, well. Look, if you ever want to use your reaction for something else, I'll just undo that damage.
It's because is it doing just like a regular melee attack? That's probably
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
It has resistance to
Oh, very nice.
something. But not regular melee. Non-magical physical, there it is. Yeah, I'm gonna reduce it to 1. It's 3.
Alright, very nice. And then, nah, Demagogue is restrained under the Demonette's foot. And, that's the end of its turn.
I'm gonna use my telepathy that I have as a Gem Dragonborn. just silently tell my rat to keep up the good work.
Oh, you got it, boss. Only the best work here. Oh, God! God, it's got teeth on the other side of its feet.
Alright. Now I'm gonna pull myself up on top of this thing. Taking the shot. Achoo! Hey, I hit it.
Nice. Very nice.
I did 1 damage. Oh, 5 damage. Alright. Hey!
All right. So while it's distracted by torturing Demagogue, you're able to hit it in the back with your musket. All right, Strollbog.
All right. Gonna swing my axe.
Ooh.
Ooh, nice.
And a D6.
Some good rolls.
It's a big axe.
Yeah.
All right. So very suddenly, the Demonette's not looking so good. It's no longer looking like it's having fun. Well, it looks like it's still having a little fun. But it mostly looks absolutely enraged now.
All right, end turn.
All right. Lucas.
Do it, Lucas.
Fiendish creature.
Hey.
Oh, whoops, I accidentally... Here, I'll just fix that damage on the... There you go, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
There. That's how much health he's supposed to have after taking the 3 from the Demonette.
Oh, he has 9 out of 10. He reduced.
Oh,
it.
he has 9 out of 10? Okay,
Yeah.
hold on. It's just 9 out of 10. There we go. Okay. Alright. Blasphemous fiend! Emir. Surprisingly, you've been left unmolested in your corner.
This is good. Got a third-person shooter style, like go around the wall and fire an eldritch blast before ducking back behind cover again. No,
By all means.
my luck.
Well, the Demonette was expecting it this time. And again, it dodges.
The rat is on its foot. Can the rat bite its foot?
The rat is restrained. He can try and make a strength saving throw to get out from under its boot.
Can it stay in its boot and attack? That's what I'm wondering.
Oh, no, it's restrained. If it was grappled, then yes.
Restrain. I forget what it is. Okay, well, it's gonna make a strength save. Or a strength check. Which one?
All right, go for it.
Which one is it? Is it check or save?
We'll let you make a save.
It's not very good at these, so. Yeah.
All right. So, congratulations, you've entertained the Demonette.
Yay.
He, she, they finds it very amusing.
She, they.
But is that your turn?
It is.
All right. Let me have a little look at my arsenal here. Clearly the time for playing with the food is over. We're just gonna have the Demonette use one of its fun little legendary abilities that I gave it.
Uh-oh.
Hey there, buddy.
Hello.
So you duck back around the corner. And there's the demon head.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, that didn't show the information. Oh wait, there it went. Okay.
Oh, I've been succeeded. I had to be just enough.
Yeah, I think the 11 was exactly what you needed. So it attempted to charm Emir,
Uh-oh.
and
Glad
failing that, it's going to lash out in a rage. All right, take a bit of damage.
10? That's exactly the agate. That's. It also takes 10.
Amusing. Yeah, it's further enraged, but it's also out of actions. Polyoduck,
All right.
you saw that thing dive into the room that Emir's hiding in.
Yeah, I don't think I have a shot right here.
Yeah, it's gonna have partial cover if you fire from there.
Oh. How about here?
Yeah, that's good.
Nice.
Ooh, goddamn.
Nice. Ka-chow. I'm gonna upload a sound effect of Lightning McQueen saying ka-chow for my musket.
It's pretty
Oh,
cursed.
Please don't.
I'll delete that immediately. Look, it's funny, but don't.
My
Cursed.
X becomes a fart sound if that's the case.
No.
It's chaos enough.
Yeah, Chaos is gonna be fucking with you enough on the sound effects. Alright, is that your turn?
Yep.
Alright. Demonette is not looking good. Well, they're looking pretty good. But they're looking like they've been wounded a lot.
Okay. I'm gonna hit her.
Get the Demonette!
I'm gonna miss her.
Miss the Demonette!
Again, I swear. I have like a 90% miss rate.
I don't get it. You got good modifiers. You got a fucking +1 battle axe too.
Gotta get a new helmet I can't see.
That's true. Only 2 little eye holes.
All right, is that your turn? Yeah. Brilliant. Let me just roll. Okay, so Lucas, having been holding himself up through pretty much sheer force of faith alone, kind of collapses a little bit to one knee, props himself up with his sword, like. The blood. I've lost a lot of blood. And Emir, it's your turn. You've been cornered by the Demonette.
Oh, heal
Of
it,
course,
heal
she
it.
had to let up your rat in order to come get you.
I will not serve the will of another again.
I need her to make a wisdom save.
All right.
Beating a charisma mod is so beating a 13. Okay.
Yep.
Then some stinky breath comes out of me.
Stinky.
Doesn't do anything.
Kinda.
Yeah.
He snorts it like a line of cocaine.
then I shift my eyes as a rat comes running across the room.
Oh, you're gonna pay for that one, bitch.
I'm just picturing this demon plugging one nostril with her with her finger, and inhaling so heavy it's like Superman taking in a deep breath.
Yeah. No, I mean really. Like.
Oh, we both
He
fail on that one.
He goes to bite her, and she just blocks him with her high heel again. Ah, damn it! These platform heels are too thick to bite through.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stand there so I don't get
Alright.
AO'd.
Feel uncomfortable.
Please don't break my arm.
Please don't break my arm. Well, fortunately, you resisted being charmed, so she can't one-shot you on this turn, which is good.
Oh damn, that's a thing.
Yeah.
That's terrifying. Yeah, that's terrifying.
Well, like it's not like a true one-shot, but the amount of damage I would be able to do if she landed the charm is it would probably kill Amir.
Yeah. Spooky.
So she didn't land it, and the fight's going really poorly. Boop. She disappears.
Damn it. Ah, we almost had her.
And just like that, the music stops. The pulsing of the room stops. The lights stop. Portal's closed. There's blood fucking everywhere. But you're all alive.
Is there a window at all in this section of the tower?
Yeah, there's plenty of windows.
Can I look out the window to see
Yeah, go for it.
what's going on outside?
So, the storm has abated. Judging by the state of the sky, it had been abating for a while. You just would not have noticed with the death rave happening in the tower. Also, there's no more hole in the sky.
And I guess. Okay. Alright, we need help, Lucius. I think it's clear to get out of here now.
Yeah, it's just a fiend. The fiend has abandoned its pursuit.
Yeah, it looks like it's clearing up outside.
Good. Good. Hey, those servants of Slanesh are particularly greedy in their thirst for power. She would have drained all of the surrounding energy from the corn ritual. We weakened the bloodletter, which opened the door for her. Fortunately, we were here to stop that creature.
Fortunately. It almost stopped you, though.
Indeed. I'm all right, though.
Will it not come back?
Oh, Honorable Dragonborn, such is the curse of my office. These creatures always come back. But it won't come back here. Not now, anyways. We certainly won't be seeing that bloodletter again.
Not anytime soon, I guess.
It's quite likely that its essence has already been reabsorbed into the blood god. Such knowledge is heretical, highly forbidden. But we of the Watchers, of the Order of the Cleansing Flame, must know. Demon who has failed its mission is returned to its god. That demonite, though, drew a lot of magical power from this area. And a great deal of experiences from our brief fight. See,
What do
he
you
looks
mean?
a little bit sickened.
Hmm.
Every wound delivered to a servant of She Who Thirsts is treated as currency in their realm. Each strike they deliver, even more valuable. They're obsessed with excess and sensation. While we have one, that creature has certainly moved up in its standing.
Just because it got hurt?
Because it took the magic from this ritual, and because it got hurt, and because it inflicted pain. She Who Thirsts is a dangerous member of the Pantheon of Chaos.
Twisted minds, twisted spirits.
Creature is particularly twisted. But you must be careful not to gauge evils. For if one can be the worst, you may be tempted to kinship with the lesser. Always remember that.
Indeed.
Now,
We should probably get you patched up.
yes.
Or did you want to keep going?
Yes. No more keep going to be done. We did it.
Oh,
Aye.
you closed that hole in the sky.
I think that
As you
I
would
think
say.
that whenever the demon left, the storm started to subside.
For now.
I think if what Lucius is telling us is what happened, the demon essentially took the magic from the storm, and
Aye.
she left with it.
Such is the nature of their great game.
Is there any way we could pursue her?
Ah.
Strike her down.
You've given him real conflict because I'm sure he actually wants to do that.
I do have all the information you need, but I don't know if you'll get it from Lucas. Lucas is a member of the Watchers of the Order of the Cleansing Flame. He knows all of this stuff, but he's not exactly gonna part with something like that. You can roll persuasion, though. He always was one of the more liberal members of the Templars. No. Put such heresies from your mind, Dragonborn.
I just think it would be better to be proactive about this sort of situation rather than reactive.
Reactivity is one of the greatest virtues of the followers of Sigma.
What's in many ways doesn't a town completely fall to ruin by just waiting for this to happen and then reacting?
The servants of the Emperor are countless. We will rebuild.
I'll shake my head at that response. I don't agree.
You don't have to. We will move on. For it is humanity's duty to ever endure.
Well, let's get you to a healer or something.
The inn should still be serviceable. I can perform a little first aid there.
Well, that offer to help you walk, but kind of short.
It's not required, Master Halfling.
Do we play 4 classes that don't have a heal?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's
That doesn't happen very often.
Expert
why it's-
difficulty engaged.
I had to be real careful designing this boss fight. If I started tipping the scales, I was probably gonna TPK you guys.
Yeah, that's risky shit. I didn't even realize that.
I thought that was going to happen. Like I made a big mistake shooting at her.
Well, worst case scenario, Lucas does have a little bit of his paladin powers that he can call on,
Mhm.
but he is much more of an offensive style paladin. All right, so yeah, Lucas doesn't seem like he wants to stay in the recently vacated ritual nexus.
Or anything
Of,
in these chests?
The Chaos Storm. Oh, feel free to check them.
I'm gonna open them up.
So you'll find that a lot of them have kind of been like emptied out and desecrated with cornate symbols. The servants of Khorne don't have a lot of use for
Yeah.
material wealth other than to give it to their god in sacrifice. And even then, a lot of this stuff doesn't necessarily translate very well. But
Makes sense.
if you keep looking, you can find a brass amulet tucked away in one of the corners.
Gonna I guess after these last few experiences, I'm gonna pick up one of these pieces of paper that are just strewn about on the ground and use it to pick up the amulet.
All right. You have done so.
All right, we'll wrap it up in the paper. Does it? Well, before I do that, does it look like after I've picked it up? Does it look like anything special about it?
Make a perception check. No, sorry, investigation.
Nice.
18. Nice. It has a tower on it.
Like the tower we're in right now.
No.
Did anyone recognize the tower on this? And I'll kind of show it to everybody in the room.
It might have a certain familiarity.
Well, I don't know if it's important or not, but is there any tie? Would I know if it has any type of magical draw to it? I have identify, but I don't know if that's gonna be if I'm supposed to use that now or to determine that. So I can just use it.
I mean, if you want to identify, go for it.
I use identify to see if it's magical.
All right. It is magical. It's also kind of cursed.
Hmm.
So, that amulet conveys a flat +3 bonus to all saves against magical effects.
Okay. But it is cursed.
It is the pendant of the Brass Citadel.
Oh.
You guys remember what the Brass Citadel is?
Had to look it up to make sure. Now I do.
Okay. Yeah. So, congratulations, you found a Chaos Relic.
Hmm. Definitely. I guess you can't. You can even. Great. Does Pogodak know it's a Chaos element relic, knowing that it's from the? Yeah, I guess he would.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is definitely an amulet for Khorne. That's the Brass Citadel.
Careful not to touch that.
Well, I'm glad I picked it up with this paper.
We must get it to the Abjurers.
I'm gonna wrap it up in a bunch of pieces of paper. Just grab a bunch of the paper and just make sure it's really wrapped up good.
Yes, that's good enough. The followers of Khorne are relatively simple. Their items require direct contact or to be equipped.
All right. Definitely not letting anybody touch this one.
I will warn you, in your travels, if you suspect influence by some of the other gods, be particularly careful around magical objects. The rest of them are not so straightforward as Khorne.
Do they just leave them anywhere that they are influencing?
Such
Or would that-
artifacts can be rewards granted to those who lead the cults, who draw their influence into the world. Or they can be created through ritual sacrifice.
Then it looks like we have another lead.
Yes. For the ritual that overcame Bergenhofen and turned the populace into ravening beasts would not have had very much blood to spare for creating such an artifact.
Pogodoc opens up his notebook and starts scribbling stuff down.
It's entirely likely that one of the nobility discovered that amulet at some point, leading to this mess. It's merely conjecture,
Do you
but
think,
I have spent some time hunting chaos.
do you think the one that's caused all this, are they still alive?
Oh, no. No, that's not how Khorne works. The one who caused all of it is somewhere in there. And he gestures with his rapier to the, giant pool of blood and viscera that's in the middle of the floor, where where that cult leader just kind of disintegrated and the bloodletter appeared.
Well, I suppose at least there's justice with that.
Maybe, but we also, I don't know. Maybe I made a mistake in shooting him. We probably could have avoided this, maybe.
Had you not shot him, I would have done the deed myself.
I guess with Khorne's involved, there's no way around it.
Well, speaking as the dungeon master, when a Templar's involved, there's no way around it.
There.
He's fairly liberal for a zealot, but he's still a zealot.
Right. Well, the deed is done here.
All right.
Let's get out of
So-
here.
Yeah, I mean, really, the world's your oyster at this point. But if you want to go to the inn for a little bit to get your bearings and figure out what you want to do, that's fine by me.
Well, we definitely need to. We definitely need to check. I don't know how you guys feel, but we need to check to see if that Hearthstone was ever dealt with.
I want a short rest at the inn.
Yeah, I guess we do need a rest. Yeah.
I have been strategically burning through all of your resources. Taking the rest while you can get it may be wise.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be an annoying warlock that demands short rests after every single battle, but I'm going to take them when I can get them.
I want to spend all of my spells every time.
I hate playing people like that.
That's
All
how I
right.
play Warlock.
So, we're off to the inn. Whee! Just gotta move everybody a little bit. There we go. That makes a little more sense. Why is there two Emirs? God damn it. That one's gone.
There's one in the bedroom still.
That was one of the pictures. Marvelous. Alright. You're all back at the inn. I'm gonna have Lucas sitting by the fire, bandaging himself up. Using a little bit of lay on hands to stop the really bad bleeding. So, the town, a lot more peaceful now, but it's still very much covered in bodies. You may have also noticed there was no sign of Elder Snorri when you came back. There was, however, a large mountain of corpses, just a little bit south of the inn.
Should rest first before going to see if I can find him.
Indeed.
Is the guildmaster around?
The inn is empty,
Okay.
which of course means you may help yourself to the food and drink as necessary.
Mr. Greenhill. Is this sort of stuff that happens here, is this normal?
Talking to you, Pokedoc. Mr. Greenhill.
Sorry. What'd you say? I missed everything you said just
Oh,
now.
I was just, if you were going over to the bar, I was gonna like walk up next to you and ask like if the events that just happened, if they're normal.
Oh,
Like if this is a normal occurrence.
well, in all my years work as a law warden, I never once encountered demons. But it was pretty normal that I had to deal with vampires and humans alike.
The chaos of an attack by necromancers is certainly reminiscent of the slaughter you've seen here, but you had the advantage of massive walls. Bergenhafen is a merchant town in the interior of the capital province of the Empire. It had no such defenses. And even if it did, the attack came from the inside.
What about...
Can't say that,
Oh,
you
go ahead.
know. Oh, I was gonna say, I can't say it's not, that different. Where it's all the same, but no, that wasn't normal.
And you, Mr. Steelstrider? Have you seen anything like this?
No. Nothing like that.
These chaos gods, definitely heard of them in some
Hey.
way or fashion, but I didn't know just how bad it could be.
I always thought that life would be a little more green outside of the cage of slavery, but seeing this...
Well, Emir, would you like a little bit of context? Okay. Life in the slave pits of the Dark Elves is still probably worse than this. Like, actually.
Based on what I've heard you say in the past, I believe it. This is still pretty bad though.
Oh, it's pretty bad. But, you never had to do all of this with a massive iron collar around your neck, tying you to a post in the middle of an arena surrounded by screaming Dark Elves.
Yeah.
You never had to face horrific war beasts with nothing but a stick for the amusement of others. And there was only the one time that something might have skinned you in order to wear your hide as a new coat, but you very handily dispatched that threat. Still, pretty bad. You haven't seen wholesale slaughter like this since the last Blood Voyage. Which, of course, is even more lore. But we don't have to get into that right now.
Either way, it seems that this world is a bit of, well, it's shite.
Aye.
I am a little disappointed to find that out.
Well,
It's our burden to endure.
and I think the difference here is you can actually fight better. You have
Well,
a better fighting chance.
my rat at least.
We are but flies on this plane that is shite.
Well, if we're flies, I don't want to deal with whatever comes after that, based off of what I know.
You can see that Lucas may have been about to chuckle, but then his eyes narrow and he's looking around the room. Checking it for flies.
Is there any ale in any of the kegs still?
Plenty.
I'll pour myself. Very generous
have one.
mug.
I'll go find a mini keg and grab it for myself.
And I'm gonna go sit at a table, stare blankly at the wall, depressed.
The PTSD setting in. One
Am I gonna
demon fight.
Am I gonna have to work sanity checks into this game?
Yeah,
I will.
it's best if you don't think about it. Remember,
There is.
instead, try to focus on your glorious actions in combat. And make note of the allies who did not perform so well. I know I will.
Love that shit.
Well, at the very least, it is clear that we made a difference here.
Well, I think the sooner we can start clearing it out, the sooner we can get we can get over this shit.
Tamp down that feeling. Let it out next time you have to fight.
I
Yes, endurance. We must always endure, for the alternative is worse than death. Were any of you poking around the cash register by the way?
I wasn't. Polkadoc wasn't.
I wouldn't.
All right, fair
No,
enough.
I'm honest.
All right, honest people. That's good.
Except for the ale we're taking.
Yeah,
AOS.
Yeah, right.
they do owe you a little bit. If for nothing else, then you have solidly avenged the town.
Right. We do need to leave the town, I guess. Weren't we gonna go out of character? Weren't we gonna go to the forest last time?
Well,
Or
you've
we
got a
did
lot of
that?
options, honestly. Theoretically, if Tornala had been here, the plan was to go to the forest to try and deal with that herdstone.
Okay.
But because I'm capricious and mercurial, I decided that Tornala missing means that mission may or may not be totally out the window. You're not sure if there's still a herdstone there. It's been 2 weeks. Theoretically, Tornala and the wizard were going to go and take care of that as you were attempting to teleport out of the library. But you don't know if they made it out of the library, if they even made it back into the time stream, if they attempted to teleport out of the library.
Yeah, we should definitely go check on the herdstone before we do anything else.
Yep. Probably the most immediate potential threat, I suppose.
Oh, at least we know. We can find out. Find out if they destroyed it. If they destroyed it, maybe we can go back to the library and see how that's doing.
Indeed.
Damn, only 2 weeks and the whole fucking town just went to shit.
Yep. Chaos invasion.
Okay. Yeah, let's definitely do that first before we decide where we're going to next.
You guys leveled up, by the way.
Oh,
Oh, fuck yeah.
You beat a bloodletter and a demonette. You leveling up.
Do that right now.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Sweet.
Yeah, have a minute then. I think I knew what I wanted to do though. Ready? Yeah, it's the ability score improvement.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, that's the good shit. Got 2+4s.
Nice.
Having patched himself up, Lucas is reading from a large tome that is embossed with a hammer on the front.
Okay. Well, I'm ready to move out when y'all are.
Indeed. My wounds are patched. They will suffice for the journey ahead. Everybody got their health updated?
Yep.
I got a lot of 4.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead. Go ahead. We can. There is more around the inn if you want to take a look. There's still the job board up.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Would there still be stuff on the board?
Oh yeah. Mostly because things happened where they couldn't really put things up or take things down. So it looks the same as when you left.
Wow, it happened literally when we left then.
Somewhat shortly after.
Wait a minute, you think that maybe they were waiting for us to leave? Or maybe it was just horrible coincidence that we left?
The Chaos Gods deal in horrible coincidences. But I myself have been wondering at the timing of this entire event.
What do you mean?
It is rather suspicious, don't you think? I received word from my informant 2 weeks ago that a party of adventurers asking around about the Chaos Gods appeared in Bergenhofen. By the time I arrived, the entire town is engulfed in a horrific storm of chaos. They're slaughtering each other in the streets.
Yes. Well,
I was very suspicious of all of you until it became clear that the influence of the Blood God had little effect on you. He
well.
does look at you a little pointedly when he says a little.
Yeah, that was definitely a moment. But it won't happen again.
I should hope not. You never know how difficult it's going to be to come back. Just ask any of the townspeople.
Well, is there a way we can destroy the artifact that we took?
Well, if we took it to my chapter headquarters in Altdorf, we could certainly deal with it. The Templars have myriad solutions to chaotic artifacts.
Okay.
Worst case scenario, the Emperor himself could intervene, but I do not believe that artifact is powerful enough to require his attention.
Okay. So we go check the Hearthstone. If the,
Roll, anyone who wants to, roll history real quick. Alright. Strobog, your brain kind of smoothed out a little bit, honestly.
Time for hat cheese.
It's time for your delicious hat cheese. Polgadok, though, you, having been a member of the Wall Watch and having seen your fair share of vampiric artifacts taken from the bodies of necromancers, you know that the main way to purge the realm of such artifacts is to obliterate them with a hammer blessed with the winds of Azir. That would be heaven magic.
Can you say that last bit you cut out for me?
Yeah,
anyways?
yeah. The way that such cursed relics are dealt with, vampiric relics and chaos relics, they are obliterated by hammers, blessed by the winds of Azir.
Azir. Okay.
And the reason that Lucas mentioned the Emperor is because the Emperor holds the ultimate tool for destroying chaotic relics, that being Galmaraz.
Golmaraz. That's his hammer?
Yes.
Okay.
The Warhammer!
Right. Yeah, Azir.
Alright.
It's
Yeah,
the
it
winds
is.
of Azir.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is how it sounds. It's spelled slightly different.
It's easy. Oh,
It's spelled with a Y.
gotcha. Yeah. Maybe you should hold on to this one then. And I'll hold the big wad of paper that the amulet is in.
Mm.
Because if we get separated at any point, at least you can take it to where you need to.
Very good, Master Halfling. I will be able to return to Altdorf with this, showing that the root of the heresy committed here is dealt with, and the lands can potentially be resettled in the future.
So that's one thing handled. We're already making progress, fellas.
All right. Everyone feeling good now?
Yeah, I've just finished.
Brilliant. All right, so what would you like to do?
Well, on the way out of town, if we're leaving town at some point, I want to go look for old Greybeard.
All right.
Yeah. Look for him too. Do y'all want to go check on the Hearthstone? Something
I
got popped.
think I would want to do that because it's the thing I know the most about.
All right. In that case, you can head out of the tavern and go look for Elder Snorri a little bit before heading out to deal with the Herdstone.
Yeah.
So, out in the town square, it's still a little bit empty, simply because well, that's where a lot of the killing has been happening.
Any of them looking? I guess we gotta have to do investigation.
Yeah, make sure I take out all these spare copies of you guys. There you go.
I rolled investigation to look for the dwarf.
Need to find
Alright.
Snorri.
There you go. All right, we're out here. You guys may remember this. Extra stroll bog. We're gonna get rid of that.
Ah, the Phantom Dwarf.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, the Phantom Dwarves are still there. I still can't see them, so I still can't get rid of them.
So
But
weird.
That's just gonna have to be a thing. That's just a feature of this map now. This is the Phantom Dwarfs.
The dwarfs that escaped God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I rolled a 15 for investigation to look for that dwarf. Look, what's his name?
Elder Snorri.
Elder
The
Snorri.
Elder
Okay.
Snorri. All right, so towards the south, you see the bridge where you last saw the Elder Snorri. There's a massive collection of bodies piled up there, and there's a trail that's just kind of plowed through them, going to the southeast. They all look as if they've been smashed aside by, a great force of wind. But they all are bearing substantial hammer and axe wounds.
Okay.
Most of them have in fact been crushed into pasty bits.
Gonna follow the trail of destruction.
All right. Oh, the trail leads pretty much all the way out of the city, because of how the followers of Khorne were driven to a mad bloodlust. They desperately sought out the single obvious challenge that had presented itself. However, clearly, eventually, all the civilians ended up dead. And as the trail gets thinner and heads off into the woods in the direction of the mountains, you see a pair of hatchets embedded in a tree.
Go check those out.
All right. So the hatchets are above a small stone, which has been emblazoned with a few runes in Khazalid. It's a very old dialect, but it is still recognizable to the dwarfs because their language changes so infrequently that literally the first words they ever spoke can still be understood today. And those words are simply, "The white dwarf shall ever be where dwarf kind needs him."
Well, that's rather cryptic. He's not putting it together.
All right.
I'm intentionally doing that. I remember what was said last time. But he is
Very
not.
well.
He is not smart.
Not smart. Well, you can roll a history check to be smart.
He went to just go fight off things by himself, right?
Yeah.
Do I remember that correctly?
Yep. He was the diversion. It's a 12. You've heard of the white dwarf known as Grombrindle, but that was Elder Snorri. And Grombrindle uses a great axe. Elder Snorri was dual-wielding hammers.
Yeah, he shrugs.
Nope.
Don't know. Assumed he just went home to the mountains.
Nope. I mean, from what you can tell, there's a whole lot of dead cultists, and none of them. No. There's a whole lot of dead cultists, and if you guys want to roll investigation, I can tell you more. Or not.
Yeah. I'll roll.
All right. Emir Demagogue is busy trying to talk to you about the merits of self-governance. Hey, Polka Dot got a 10. Strollbug, did you want to investigate as well?
Yeah. Man, my
right.
rolls are stinky.
So with a 10, Pogadok, you are quite used to looking for this, specifically because of your time on the Wall Watch. On the Wall Watch, it was important to know the difference between a corpse and a zombie.
Right.
And the difference is that corpses generally don't have fresh blood on their weapons. And they're also generally the ones that are mangled beyond usefulness. And these are almost certainly corpses. They all have a little bit of dried blood on their weapons. But none of it to indicate that perhaps they had recently struck a foe. None of it's fresh. It's all just very old stains. Probably from weeks of bloodletting in the name of corn.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the trail goes cold here.
Surprisingly, where you might normally expect to see dwarven footsteps in the soil or on the path, you don't see any.
Yeah. It's like it just disappeared. He just killed them all and he was gone.
The Book of Grudges counts a grudge struck against corn.
Does it say for what?
Oh, it's very old. One of many, many grudges
I'm sure there's a lot of chaos
that
bridges.
need to be accounted for since the days of the Great War that nearly ended the world. Who or what it was originally against is largely meaningless at this point. But somehow, it accounted for a reckoning against corn. So, does anyone want to take a look at those hatchets?
I thought Starlberg was taking a look
Yeah,
at
I'll
it.
take a look at them, and then at some point soon, can we do a bathroom break?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
They have runes on them. Runecraft runes.
Oh. Yeah, I wanna use my eyes and peep at them.
It is the Rune of Return.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's simply the dwarven glyph for return.
I'm gonna pull one out of the. They were stuck in a tree, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, pull one out of a tree and throw it into the woods.
All right. It flies into the woods, thunks pretty solidly into the ground.
Well,
Now,
that was a lie.
roll me Roll me a little bit of Arcana with advantage.
Funny if he did it like off a cliff or something.
That's that's good enough. You can hear your old mentor, Thorek Ironbrow, berating you in the back of your head. You got to call it back to you. Raise your hand, you slacker.
So much work. And then he holds one hand up and says, return.
All right. Well, when you raise your hand and before you say return, it flies back to your hand like fucking Mjolnir.
Oh, very cool.
Oh wait, what's the name of it?
You are holding some classic Slayer weapons. Runic hatchets. Because Slayers are forbidden from using anything but melee weapons. They had to come up with a ranged solution that was a melee weapon, and this is it.
Cool.
It's not technically a ranged weapon, because it's just a melee attack from long range
That's
that
pretty
you
sick.
can call back to your hand.
Ew.
And then, is that for both of them?
Yep.
Oh my god, dual wielding. Oh my god. Imagine the rage.
Well, you want to be able to get more than one off at once before calling them back. Sometimes, not everything goes down from one hatchet, especially not in the Warhammer world.
Yeah. And by the end, I'm gonna have how many? 4 of them. I gotta get 2 more
Yeah.
by 20, and then I could just be chucking them constantly.
Just chucking them and calling them back. It's like a demented juggling act. All right, but go use the bathroom. I know I will.
I got bit by mosquitoes. Shit.
All right, I am returned through the advanced technology of the Big Getty Star.
Playing with the cats.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Back.
Excellent.
Dude, it is so hard to get my Adderall prescription refilled out here.
Why?
Oh, I believe it.
It just, they brought it, like I had to call multiple different pharmacies, whether they were like a local pharmacy or these like Walgreens or CVS, and they were just all out of stock.
Does Louisiana have any laws restricting the online delivery services?
I actually haven't thought about online delivery, but I'm not sure.
Let me check.
I know
this
that
one real quick.
they're pretty I know that they make it a big deal because it's a controlled substance. But for it being a controlled substance and then making it such a big deal, everybody seems to be out of it all the time. And it could, I almost want to say it could just be because of pandemic stuff, but like I don't have this problem at all with any of my other medication.
Yeah, there's a couple online things that I think that can actually provide that via
nice.
mail.
That'll be much more convenient. You can't.
Has it been working out for you?
I haven't been on it in a minute. The month that I was using it, I was able to focus on work a bit better. It definitely helped me, like in general, calm down too. I started taking my panic attack medicine less, so I don't have my therapist says I don't have a panic attack disorder anymore now. So that's a good thing.
Less to panic about when you're on top of your shit.
Yeah. So that helped a lot, but I have been off of it because I started having some chest pain. But and I had to see a cardiologist about it, and the cardiologist said it didn't seem like whatever pain I was experiencing had nothing to do with my medicine. I did like an EKG and some other things, and he said everything came back normal. So doesn't seem like there was any issue. I might have just been experiencing, because it was also like we were also starting to experience a lot more like problems at work again. They were starting to come up again at the same time. So it was like, oh, it was probably like the stress was starting to get to me again.
Yeah, good
Marvelous.
job getting it checked out, because basically, you know, medically sanctioned meth.
Yeah. So
Meth.
yeah, and I was supposed to get it refilled at the beginning of the month. But that's why I was having trouble getting it refilled, because everywhere I was going to was out of stock. So they've been out of stock for the last few weeks. I finally got a CVS that had it in stock.
If you're ever looking for something to tide you over when you don't have a script, those things, those like gamer subs things, or the GG subs or whatever, surprisingly helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's like an inordinate dose of caffeine, which is, you know, close, but it can definitely help in pinch times.
Gotcha.
All
I'll
those
look into that.
nootropics and whatnot.
Right.
All
Yeah.
right.
Nice.
So everyone's back. Seems like
Yes.
Campbell typed that he was back, so I think everyone's back. All right.
Hey Jeff, if you can hear this, add Slayer's Axe to my stuff.
So I still have to like. I mean, they're essentially slightly jacked up hatches of return.
Okay.
It's instead of you being able to like teleport to the axes or them teleport to you, they're gonna do a little more damage, and they come boomeranging back physically rather than teleportation being involved, because that's Umgak.
Yeah. I just looked up Hatchets of Return, and I got a Hatchet the Return, a Gary Paulson book.
Nice.
I had my orc had the Hatchet of Return.
Yeah. I remember. You
Yeah.
threw it in the swamp.
Yeah, I had like a 2 intelligence or something, and I rolled bad.
Hezzy made you throw it in the swamp. Yeah, that's right. And then and then it lets you teleport to it. It doesn't come back to you. So
yeah.
you would have had to teleport to the bottom of the swamp. But yeah, so mysterious white dwarf appears to have left you guys a gift and departed. Are you guys wanting to head out to see the Herdstone?
Yeah, I do. I don't know about anybody else.
Yeah,
Ready
it
to-
feels like it's the only thing we can actually like. That my character feels like he can control right now.
All right.
That's fair.
Polgadok wants another lead.
Well, have you guys march out for a few hours, and the forest. Maybe it's just the fact that you had been that you guys had been in a horrible place. But the forest seems a little less intimidating than it did last time.
That's a good sign.
It's relatively easy to walk the trail once you get far enough outside of Bergenhafen. So that
Good.
blood, because that blood rain has not been turning the whole forest into mud. Really, just the area around Bergenhafen.
Polgadok's on high alert after the beastman ambush the last time we were near the stone.
That's quite reasonable. So you arrive at where you believe the herdstone was.
Ooh. Okay. Smoke. Wait a minute. Okay, if it's smoking right now, that means that it literally just disappeared. Or it just got blown up.
Perhaps.
But we didn't
I
hear
am
it.
no expert in these things.
Can I do a Arcana check to see if that's
Sure.
a magical thing?
Sure. Well, it certainly doesn't seem like the kind of weather for fog. Or steam.
Interesting. Very nervous, but not at the same time. I'm kind of
What?
close to it. Does it feel like it's warm?
No. However, neither does it feel cool. In fact, if you weren't looking at it, you might have trouble knowing that there was anything different about that place at all. If you look closely, you will see that the landscape inside the cloud is still somewhat rotted away, thanks to the effects of the herdstone pulling the life out of the area. But it's pretty obvious that the rock itself is gone.
So why is it all fucky?
Well, all of you guys can investigate that however you like.
I investigate with history.
Oh,
All right,
that's
well,
fucking
fair
nuts,
enough.
man. Look
Is
at that.
All right, well, Strulbog. The dwarfs have long dealt with unwelcome warpstone constructs. And while what most of your experience deals with are the more sophisticated constructs of the horrific enemy that is denied by much of the world, you suspect that those constructs share a particular trait with the more barbarous ones created by beastmen. That trait being the lingering effects that they have on the environment when warpstone is shattered and embedded in the ground. And on that suspicion, you can look more closely at the ground and you will see small flecks of green crystal.
Okay, so question related to Strulbog's knowledge of Warpstone.
Yes.
Does he know if it will cause him injury to collect some of those flecks?
It will not cause Strulbog injury. Whether or not you would know that. No, you would know that. The dwarfs, the dwarfs have rather extensive experience in dealing with warpstone.
Alright. Do not touch the green bits. I'm going to collect a few. I'm gonna take a little pouch out and pick up
Emir, you notice Demigod has gone fucking sprinting off into the cloud.
Okay. I will use telepathy and say,
What are you doing?
Oh, nothing, boss. You know, just exercising my rightfully given freedom as any sentient being would and should. You know, I believe I've been talking to you about that.
Why is that not dangerous to you?
What? Oh, this stuff? Oh, do you mean the steam? The steam, that's harmless. Doesn't do anything. Didn't you notice there's no temperature difference? It's just a visual effect. Lingering residue from uncontrolled magic. And speaking of uncontrolled magic, and you hear like a little bit of gnawing over your telepathic link. Just delicious. Oh wait, the link was on for that. Hey, pretend you didn't hear that. I'm minding my own business in here.
can I see him in there very well?
Not super well, but you can see him. He's kind of like furtively scurrying along the ground, stopping
he-
it.
What was he gnawing on?
Little boy.
I gather 10 of those little warp pebbles.
All right, do you want to ask him what he's gnawing on?
What is in your mouth, Demigog?
Nothing.
Demigog.
Nothing.
Drop it.
You can't make me drop it. All right, fine. If I take it out of my mouth, will you be happy?
I just wish to know what you eat, and then you may do whatever you want.
Yeah, all right. Fine. Comes out of the steam. Opens his mouth. See, nothing in my mouth. He's got a little sack slung over his shoulder though.
A sack? Like a.
Yep, like a little cloth bag.
I'm gonna bend down and pick it up.
Hey, those are mine.
Hold it up to my my face and take a look at it.
He's definitely been putting little bits of warpstone in there.
I'm sorry, I was just thinking about really cute about a little demon as a little rat carrying on a sack of chaos stone.
Yep. Those are mine, asshole.
Just fucking rat caught.
I'll give it back to him.
Those are the fruits of the land, freely available to the people who live upon it. Scum trying to take my resources I rightfully found.
I am taking nothing from you. I just was curious what you had.
All right, good. He reaches into the bag and stuffs one of the little rocks in his cheek pouch. These things are delicious.
I had no issue with this.
Okay. Srulbog, if you see the rat stuffing a small green rock into his mouth, you're gonna have like a weird sensation that you've seen that before and you hate it, but can't remember exactly why. It's like a weird genetic memory. You know it's irrational, but something about rats and warpstone really pisses you off.
What's he doing with those?
Whoa there, pal. I'll have you know, I found these freely available on the ground for anyone to take. These lands do not fall under any jurisdiction, despite what the scumbag emperor or the elector counts might say. They have no dominion over nature's bounty, and these came from nature.
I have a question. Is he saying? I'm looking at the imp stat block. He can speak common.
Yep.
Okay.
Dude, what do you think he's been doing the whole time? Of course he's speaking common.
I wasn't sure if any of the other party members were like hearing that, or if I was just like talking to him telepathically until just now.
Oh, well, probably until just now. Yeah.
It'd be funny if he just started talking right now.
Yeah,
Little sack.
he's talking. If you want to make this the first time that you haven't been telepathically speaking to him, you can go for it.
Yeah,
There's
I
a
think
talking
so.
rat. All right, there's a
Pretending
talking,
he's just a rat.
there's a talking rat on the ground with a little bag of green stones that he's been munching on like rock candy.
Do you know what the first rule of acquisition is?
No, actually.
Once you have money, never give it back.
That's
The
perfect.
Ferengi are beautiful.
God, I hate those things. It's correct though. Well, I'd say we have our evidence that the herdstone's been taken care of in the form of these delicious rocks.
Delicious. We all can hear the rat talking, right?
Yeah,
this whole
this is
time
the first time you can hear it.
Pogadoc's just staring at the rat.
Oh, you can hear that too now.
Yes, it looks like we can. Or I can. Can you hear it, Strawbug?
Aye.
What is that? And why is it talking?
He is a friend. I do not know if you've seen the previous battles, but this rat is a fearsome opponent.
You're goddamn right.
Are you a Skaven? A very tiny Skaven.
Whoa there, buddy. Can't be throwing around accusations like that. I'm not even really a rat. Oh, oops.
Yeah, well, that's fine. Don't matter what you are as long as you're not Skaven.
What is a Skaven?
What
There
is
is no such thing as a Skaven. Put such thoughts out of your mind.
I feel like I'm having a fucking stroke over here.
Yep, I don't think Pogadoc knows what a Skaven is either.
What?
Such creatures are merely fairy tales brought about by the well-known beastmen. They are rarer, to be certain, but it's entirely possible that a hornless beastman could be mistaken for a so-called rat man. You can roll insight if you would like.
Me?
Yeah, Strolbog.
He better not be a Skaven in disguise.
No, he's very much human. And he legitimately seems to believe that there's no such thing as Skaven.
I expected better from you. Have never seen a Thagoraki.
Well,
Agoraki. Ah, yes, your people's term for the fairy tale. An unfortunate thing.
He's having like he doesn't really remember his history, but he knows that they're real, and he's having flashbacks. There's like foam coming out of the eye holes of his helmet right now.
Hundreds of beady red eyes in the dark. The chittering sounds.
Biting,
Yes,
gnashing.
if we
I only have time to concern myself with the very real threat of chaos. Which I will deny in the face of regular civilians, for the record. As should you!
Wait, why are we gonna have to keep denying it again? Oh, we don't want to cause panic.
For knowledge of the great enemy itself has the potential to corrupt. You cannot fall to chaos if you simply do not know that there is a chaos.
Until the chaos kills you.
That is what we are here for. And by we, I mean the members of my order. Sigmar's faithful!
Pogodoc starts looking around excitedly. You know, now Pogodoc is disappointed. I thought you might just be by yourself.
Of course, I'm just by my... I
Pogodoc
fear
waits.
for the consequences of giving one so aged a firearm.
Pogodoc starts scribbling in his notebook.
So, the environment has been pretty thoroughly covered in little bits of warpstone.
We cleared it out.
The little bits that you see in the ground definitely don't account for all of the warpstone, though. So, like, it's you can pretty easily surmise that the shatter plan worked.
Mhm.
And if it wasn't Tornala and Friedrich that did it, it was someone else.
Well, whatever the case, it's been handled.
Indeed. I suspect the effects of that blight on the land will fade with time. Perhaps it may take longer than I wish, or possibly the elves of the woods will help heal this place. Regardless, all sources of corruption are gone from the area that I know of.
This guy is Timmy's teacher in the Fairly Godparents or Fairy Godparents.
That's what it reminded me of. That's what started laughing.
Yeah. So, knowing that that's busted up, you can look on the woods with a little bit more assuredness, if you like, that you're not in quite so much danger as you may have been. Well, a couple days for you, but a couple weeks in real time.
Well, jeez.
So,
Doy.
at this point, we have a lot of options.
Yeah.
Like, actually a ton of options.
Yay, investigations!
I can list out various options that I have thought of. You guys can tell me if you've been looking at the map and you have an idea, or you can tell me if something that has been said is just sticking with you. We can work with that. But realistically, at this point, you can kind of go whatever, do whatever.
Maybe we should check in with Castle Gravenberg, since it's near Bogenhofen. Or we can go to Morlandfurt. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that's maybe an option. Castle Grauenberg.
Oh, sorry, I
would
thought I
be-
misread it.
That's fine. Castle Grauenberg would be maybe day and a half's travel north.
Considering we had a demon attack here and they're not too far away, there could be survivors. They could have gone there.
Possible.
Same thing with Morlandfurt. Is that how I say that? Yeah.
Merlinfurt.
Yeah,
Merlinfurt.
Merlinfurt. Because it's got the umlaut.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, yeah. Try to open this into a bigger screen.
Let me just
we
make sure
go.
that.
I think that's a really good idea, Hunter.
To the castle.
Yeah.
Castle. That is in the direction that that Lucas will be traveling, because Lucas, with this amulet, knows that he needs to head back to Altdorf in order to dispose of it properly.
Gotcha. Okay.
I will just make mention again of the other stuff that's potentially going on.
Helmgart?
Given that, yep, there is Helmgart as well.
Hmm.
Nobody's heard from Helmgart in a while. The road to Ubersreich hasn't had traffic on it for a very long time. So realistically, nobody really knows what's going on in Ubersreich at the moment. At least nobody on this side of the province.
Okay.
And then, of course, there is Altdorf itself. You could head northwest to Augsburg and Usingen.
Yeah, if we're heading to Helmgart, we're definitely gonna have to stop in Augsburg.
You could be real spicy and go on a trek through the Grey Mountains to see Castle Drachenfels.
No thanks.
That's probably wise.
Well, there's Karak Asgaraz. Hey, let's just abandon everything and go to Karak Asgaraz.
Look, I'll tell you, whatever you guys want to do, we'll do it. Realistically, I have plans for basically every location on this map, and what you decide to do just kind of dictates the various famous Warhammer figure cameos I'm going to be able to come up with.
Nice.
Cool.
Well, yeah, I'm still for checking Castle Gravenberg before we do the next thing.
Braunberg is pretty close, so yeah, you
Braunberg.
could do that.
That makes sense.
I will be passing it on my journey to Altdorf.
Emir?
What say ye?
I might feel better if I were to know what happened to the people in the city. If they are at the castle. It may give me some peace of mind.
Might be able to find the Guildmaster.
I would be in favor of that as well.
All right.
Oh, that certainly sounds like a plan.
All
All right. So, you guys will just have to head back toward town for a little bit, and then it'll be a little bit of travel to get to Grauenberg.
Lucas, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Are there other orders like yours out there that seek to fight chaos?
Well, all of the witch hunters can be said to be dedicated to the hunt against chaos. But outside of my particular profession, you will also find the warrior priests of Sigmar, and the archlectors. They are the more dogmatic, conservative, unyielding sorts.
I am surprised to hear that.
You'll find that funny coming from him.
Are there any organizations out there that are a bit more pragmatic and accepting of the methods used?
Pragmatism. Because of our journey together, I will be willing to entertain such a question. If you want those who claim to be flexible in the fight against chaos, The members of the Imperial Colleges of Magic are certainly the ones to speak to.
And can these members of the college, can they be found in any major city?
Most major cities do have some college there. The Imperial College of Magic in Altdorf specializes in the study of all 8 winds. It is where you will find the greatest concentration of magic users in the entire Empire. But going to any other, any other part of the realm, you will find people who have studied it in some form. Wizardry sanctioned by humanity has been very important to our defense ever since our alliance began with the High Elves. Loath as I am to admit it, we would be completely unable to channel magic without the help of the High Elves. We wouldn't know where to start. All we would have is the power of our faith.
And the power of a rifle.
Yes, rifles as well.
Wonder if there are others at the college who do not know how to read.
Who don't know how to read? Well, that is a particularly interesting question. If they did not already know how to read, they would certainly learn.
Yeah, it's pretty clear I'm fishing for information without being clear as to why.
Yeah. Well, what you're getting is what you're getting.
Yeah. That's all I'm gonna ask for now.
All right, as you wish.
Does Lucas feel any one way or another about the talking rat?
He has said nothing. He is also pointedly not looking at it. roll insight for me. Okay, well, I saw the dice roll. There it is. It was a 10. What's your modifier? Just
0.
0, so just a 10. All right, straight up.
Yeah.
All right. You know that he is purposefully ignoring it.
I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
There are larger fish in the sea to deal with.
Yes.
Humble potato sack slave.
Yes, there are much larger problems. So, you pass back through the town relatively without incident. Everyone is still dead. Which, admittedly, Lucas is looking around like he was expecting that to have suddenly become not the case.
It's okay. I verified they're dead.
Yes. Good. Very good. He says that, but you can tell he's still kind of twitchy. You can see he's gripping his pistol in his offhand. we can be quite certain that it was only Korn, and Nurgle's influence has not yet spread to this place. This is good. There is still time for the cleanup operation.
Ah, I lack permission to update journal entry.
Uh-oh. Oh well.
Dang. I don't know what I did.
That's fine. I was just fucking with some settings.
Oh.
Duh.
Today.
So as you head north, you do find yourself walking alongside a river. It's the water route from Bergenhofen that runs up to Altdorf. There's not really any boat traffic on it. Mostly because the boat traffic typically comes from Bergenhofen and it goes to Altdorf. And, well, we all know what happened to those boats. It's a pretty peaceful path through the forest. There's not really a ton. There's not really any. You can't hear animals, which is a good sign. Give me perception. So Emir's busy talking political theory with Demagogue.
Ho 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 ho.
3, 4, and 5. Good job, guys.
You're so good.
Hey.
Most of you are fairly aware of the fact that you have fingers.
I counted them with my nostrils.
I'm. Pogodoc's head is pounding from listening to them talk about politics.
But you see, these assholes with their industrial machinery, they're actually replacing the whole concept of tradesmen by concentrating the tools in the hands of the few. That's capital for you.
Gotta post that classic.
You do. You gotta. So, you're all fairly distracted until you hear Lucas say, "Hail, gentlemen! Full glad am I that you are headed this direction." As you look up, you will see a full column of extremely heavily armored knights.
Well then. Why don't
These
we,
guys-
step aside?
Yeah. They have stopped momentarily at the order of the man at the head of the column, who is wearing particularly ostentatious armor.
Cool.
I roll history to see if I recognize it.
I can show you who it is.
Oh shit.
Somebody's been grinding.
I mean, I know who it is, but like.
Do you know who it is?
Yeah, I read about him a little bit ago. I just forgot his name.
Ah, fair enough.
Definitely recognize the picture and whatever.
But you recognize him. That's fair. It's an honor that you would lead the expedition yourself, Reichsmarschall. Such was necessary. Here of a town, a city, no less, near one of our fortifications destroyed in such a horrid manner. It was at my insistence that we were allowed to marshal out. Address the problem head on. Given that I find you, our informant, can I assume that the problem has been taken care of, and all that's left is to clean it up? Just so.
I would say it is a little bit of a messy cleanup. There's nothing left though, alive.
Ah. So these would be the adventurers. Well met.
Bogadoc will bow. Just like a gentle little bow.
We are the reinforcements that were sent to deal with the problem, should it have been found that the Witch Hunter Order failed.
Well, I'd say they were successful with us.
Good. Unfortunately for my men, that means we'll be spending a lot of time piling bodies into pyres.
Maybe
Such
more
is
likely
better.
scrubbing the streets.
Such is better than any of us dying. But not much.
What was
Are
that
there
last
any
bit?
Such is better than us dying, but not much.
Okay. Thank you.
Have you heard word from Helmgart?
No, we've actually haven't heard word from anyone in a while. Roads have been empty. We've actually, it's a long story.
These adventurers have been rather cut off from the world. Although speaking for myself, I too have heard nothing from Helmgart. Possible that any messengers arriving in Bergenhofen were butchered. Still, the trail of information grows cold. Very well. If that is the case, I suppose once we finish the cleanup operation, we'll be heading for Helmgart. Cannot have Central Reichland exposed to its foes.
Hold on.
Thank you for your service, gentlemen. I'll be heading out. He raises a hand.
I have one question.
Hmm?
Have you been to Castle Grauenberg?
Why, yes.
Were there any
Sir.
survivors?
Castle Grauenberg is ever in a state of readiness. It seemed as though perhaps a few people from the outskirts of Bergenhofen were able to make their way there.
Did you happen to see the guildmaster from Bogenhofen?
I do not know who this person is.
How did they look? Do I remember how they looked? Can I describe them?
You may.
I guess I described them. I don't
Alright.
personally remember how they looked, but Pogodoc describes them in detail.
It's-
What he remembers.
Alright. They may have been one of the survivors. I do not know.
Okay. Well, thanks anyways.
Such things were not on my mind.
Indeed.
No. Thank you. I'm surprised Silverplate adventurers were able to survive that. Whatever they were paying you, it wasn't enough. He raises
telling
his
me.
hand again, and the column sets off again at a walk. You're gonna be sharing the trail with them as they pass for a little bit. But they're headed out.
Okay.
Here,
What a
the,
nice encounter.
The knights are attired like this. See, they're essentially wearing like hundreds of pounds of metal. They're fully armored, the horses are fully armored.
All of them absolutely strong.
Clearly, clearly a heavy cavalry detachment meant to deal with very nasty problems. Would that
Well.
they had been able to head out sooner.
I could see how their involvement would just end in the same situation, anyways.
Do not mistake. Do not mistake them for simple common soldiers. Those are members of the Reichsguard itself. The elite order of knights based in Altdorf.
Would they be able to stop Korn from getting what he wants?
Well, he looks kind of grim.
Yeah.
They certainly would have stopped it. But I do not know that there would have been any more survivors than there are.
Right. Exactly.
I can guarantee, however, that had they arrived in that place, a couple of demons and a horde of ravening cultists would have been no match for any of them,
Mhm.
let alone a full regiment. Such is
time
the
they build-
nature of the war we fight, Master Halfling. We cannot afford to be nice.
Huh.
It is gravely concerning that such a thing happened so close to the interior of the Empire, which is likely why the Reichsmarshal himself headed this column.
A decent fellow.
Indeed. He judges what is in front of him with pragmatism and righteous fury. And nearly none are his equal in strength of arms.
Huh, interesting.
The Emperor takes chaos threats very seriously, and the fact that he can also head to Helmgart will certainly prove a dual purpose, should Bergenhofen still be empty.
So a man as powerful as that is following orders of the Emperor?
Yes, there are many powerful souls that follow the will of the Emperor and Sigmar.
I'll mutter under my breath, that's a pity.
Oh. I gotta just do a little check here real quick. Alright, he didn't hear you. He didn't hear you. Just
Cool.
Yes. It's always impressive to see such a dedicated servant to the Emperor heading out to do his bidding. I suspect soon will be another time of war for us. He will likely be deployed far away against the Emperor's worst enemies. Hopefully not against fellow humans. So, the column's basically passed by this point.
Nice.
The path seems a little bit flatter
oh,
in their wake.
that's nice. Guess
Each
we
one
won't have
of
to worry
those-
about tripping.
Yeah, no, you won't have to worry about tripping. Like, they were heavy enough that they tore up the ground and then repacked it by the time they all passed.
Natural paths.
Such is the nature of heavy cavalry. Well, we will be arriving at Castle Grauenberg soon. Can check in, see if anyone recognizable survived.
Absolutely.
And then I can continue my journey to Altdorf.
We can get a good meal.
Yes. Actually, now that I think about it, I can't remember how long it's been since I have eaten.
Apparently, it's been at least 2 weeks for us.
Try not to think too hard about the passage of time, Master Halfling. You may find that it has unforeseen consequences.
You're telling me.
It's just... You never get it, do you? Alright, well, fair enough. It's like you're blatantly not getting it, and that's kind of hilarious. So, ahead, the path does split. One part of it continues going along the riverside, north, toward Altdorf. The other heads up towards a castle located on a hill in the forest. The forest is still fairly dense, but the trees have been cleared out in a wide radius around the keep. But that is essentially what this is. There's not much infrastructure around Castle Grauenberg. It was created first and foremost as a military installation, keeping civilians in any fashion is unnecessary given its proximity to Bergenhafen. Of course, without Bergenhafen, that may end up needing to be changed. Judging by the condition of the path, it's quite obvious that the Reichsguard Knights came from the north, checked in at Castle Grauenberg, and continued on their journey before they met you.
And no sign of a guildmaster.
No, I mean, you haven't gotten to the castle yet. I told you there was the path.
My bad.
Go into the castle, though. So, you end up at the gate. It is, in fact, closed, and there are watchmen on the other side.
Are they just basic watchmen, or are they more?
They're just dudes. They're just dudes. Castle
seeing guys.
Grauenberg. Yeah, they're looking kind of stressed out though. They've had a lot on their plate in the last few weeks, and then just today, they met someone who they would probably consider their hero, and he was probably very rude to them because he was busy. Alright, state your business. What are all you?
We're survivors and adventurers from... Why am I so bad at remembering names?
Bergenhafen?
From Bogenhafen, yeah.
Bergenhafen, you say?
Yes,
Aye,
quite.
wait a minute. Nobody else was supposed to have survived Bergenhafen.
We came across it by mistake,
Roll persuasion?
in a sense.
That doesn't sound right. What do you mean you accidentally came across Bergenhafen? It's a big city. And his buddy says, yeah, it's quite famous for its cheese.
Well, I don't mean that we accidentally came across the city. I mean that we were in the city when it was fine. We left.
I'm gonna step in.
Thank you, God.
You have to forgive my grandfather. He is not mentally well, and we need
shelter from the events that have been taking place around here. Please. We're so tired.
Roll persuasion.
Any deception?
Or sure, deception.
I'm way better at that.
Yeah, look. Yeah. All right. Oh, well, why didn't you say so? That old one was talking right suspiciously, wasn't he? Very suspicious. Good thing he's got you around, eh?
I'm
Explain
sorry.
how things are going.
My grandfather, he has donkey brain.
Ah, donkey brain. Yeah, I heard about that. I
No,
think Tom,
don't have donkey brain. I saw the healer.
I think Tom's mom has that. Oh yeah, poor thing.
They
Oh, if
cleared
you
me.
If you don't have donkey brain, you have a certificate that says you don't have donkey brain.
I have a certificate. It's just not on me.
Yeah, okay, donkey brains. Raise the portcullis! With the sounds of chains and clanking metal, the portcullis is raised and locked into place so that you may pass under it.
Hunter, this is location 2 out of 2 that I've told the NPCs you're not mentally well.
I
Yep.
know.
It's the bad charisma, and I wasn't even trying to be bad at charisma just now. I was
Your
just really
reputation
fumbling.
is spreading.
Poor Bassie's got donkey brains.
Donkey brains.
It's like he was kicked in the head. Sad, really.
Hey, good thing he has venerable traveling companions.
His grandson, the Dragonborn.
That's a good kid he's got. Is that really his kid? No, it's his grandkid. Remember? Oh yeah, grandkid. That makes sense.
I'm the one who has a bad brain.
Look, these are Imperial peasants. Other than Bretonnian peasants, they're some of the stupidest people you're gonna meet. Admittedly, I'm trying to figure out an excuse for you guys to meet some Bretonnian peasants. That'll be later.
Yeah, they're gonna be chav as fuck, aren't they?
Maybe. So you find yourself in Castle Grauenberg. It's a little more crowded than usual. They've certainly got more men on watch than you would expect from a military installation during peacetime, and you can see some civilians about in clothing that may or may not have been washed for the last 2 weeks. There's a entrance to the barracks. There's a mess hall. Some stairs up to the wall itself. Where do you want to go?
Mess hall.
The mess hall. Sounds good.
Food.
Yep. All right. In the mess hall, they've essentially set up a makeshift refugee camp. Various survivors from Bergenhofen. Numbered relatively few from the city's population, but compared to what is essentially meant to be a stronghold in the middle of the Reichland, it's quite a few people. It's fairly busy. There's people lining up and getting their various servings of soup.
Soup. Could use some soup. They have potato soup?
So we locate the dejected sons of the Empire. Oh, Sigma. What a difficult position we have all been put in. You can see they have the strength to carry on, as must we. Find what you will to eat. I must check in with the garrison commander. And with that, he strides off. People kind of like half diving out of his way because they don't want him to bump into them, and they're terrified of him because he's a witch hunter.
Yeah.
You can see his stovepipe hat over the crowd, basically until he exits the mess hall.
I need to get a hat like that.
All hats are an indicator that you're a witch hunter.
What if you get a hat that's taller than a witch hunter's?
Strobald has the sweet helmet hat. I already told you, Andrew, that I'm going for like that Ottoman Empire
Yeah, the
turban convention.
Ottoman Empire turban.
Yeah, I don't have it yet.
All you need is a lot of cloth, which can be arranged.
I think we could all have good hats.
Yep.
It's the hat party.
I have never taken mine off.
Yeah. When Jeff gets back, high elves have some pretty sweet hats.
I need to see the kind of hats I want to wear, but I definitely want to have one that's just taller. That's only like an inch taller than a witch hunter's hat, just to mess with a witch hunter.
Well, they're probably not going to notice because you're half the height of a witch hunter.
It's 3 feet tall.
Yeah, I mean, okay, you.
So he can hide his rifle in his hat.
Yeah, you would have to have a rifle-sized hat. Oh, that's fucking fantastic. So, crowded mess hall, dejected masses. There are like spots open on tables. Did you guys want to look for the? You guys want to look for the guildmaster?
Yes.
All right.
Wait, how late are we playing again?
We are wrapping up. Right now, probably.
Okay.
Right? So we
Yeah,
start
for
half an
camp.
hour early.
Yeah.
I'm good to 11. We played
Same.
past 11 last time. I can do
Oh,
7:30
okay.
to 11.
Oh,
Yeah, we can go to 11.
I need to cut off at 11. Oh.
That's fine. All right. My bad. I got that timing a little bit wrong, but no, whatever. Let me just double check my notes again for the name of this person. Oh, I remember. Okay, we're good. So, if you're looking around the mess hall, did you guys get some soup or anything?
I did. Pogodak did.
Okay, Pogodok's got some soup. You got a
Got
nice
some
nice little bowl of soup. Sort of a shitty tin bowl, like you would expect in a Victorian orphanage. At least it's hot, which is both good and bad. Pogodok, you kind of have to like hold it with your fingertips to not burn yourself. Strobog, you're a dwarf. It doesn't matter.
Pogodok's got gloves on.
Okay, yeah, gloves. There you go. So roll me perception. Let's see who gets a good survey of the area. All right. Well, Emir found him.
For such a crack
Alright.
shot, I can't see shit.
Emir, you see a brown-haired woman and a blonde-haired halfling sitting at a table.
This way, they are over here.
All right, great. You can all follow him to the table, and if you would like to sit down, by all means. Of course, it's probably polite to ask first.
Yeah, old habits. I'm not gonna sit down unless told.
All right, well, you get close, and Cassie will notice you. Oh, my word. I was never expecting to see the lot of you again. I wasn't expecting to see anyone from the guild, but especially not you.
Well, a lot has happened since last we met.
You're telling me?
We sort of, I think, got stuck in time a little bit there.
At all? Just a
You
bit
missed-
stuck in time, were ye?
We came back and the city was already in ruins. But with the help of one of, is it Order of Sigmar? Is that the official name?
It was the Order of the Cleansing Flame.
Order of the Cleansing Flame. With the help of one of the Order of the Cleansing Flame, we were able to, well, restore the city to somewhat normalcy.
Oh, that must be who Franz was talking about. It happened fast, you know. Shortly after you left, really. Things started getting weird. Our customers had always been rowdy. The sky darkened. And there was a bar fight. It got uglier than usual. Franz tried to step in and stop it. They slashed his throat with a broken bottle. It's all me and Gordon could do to get out the back. I had to kill a few of my regulars in order to make it here. Fortunately, I have my methods.
Well, it
You can
turns
see-
out we do too.
You can see she's clutching a dagger that she's got on her belt.
Oh, we're just glad to see you made it too.
I, to truth be told, I can scarcely believe it.
Yeah. We, boy, is it a lot. We made it to the library. We spoke with the mage at the library. He helped us and got us a little informed on how we could handle the Herdstone. We were attacked by cultists.
Of Corn.
Of Corn, yeah.
Of course.
And that, of course, interfered with the magic. The mage tried to teleport us back to town.
Thanks to Corn.
And yeah,
Yeah.
thanks to Corn, we ended up skipping 2 weeks, and here we are.
Oh, great. I'm glad
Yeah.
that I know. I'm glad that I now know that can happen.
Yeah. Turns out
Oh.
that Corn can interfere with magic.
That'll certainly help me sleep at night.
So
Oh,
we
Gordon,
apologize for our tardiness, but we had no control over it.
There's nothing to apologize for. You were supposed to be dead. You'll
So
have
are
to
you.
forgive me. Oh, well, it takes a little more than that to take down the head of an adventurer's guild.
Yeah.
You'll have to forgive me. I normally would give you your promotion up from silver plates, but I had to escape without any of the usual items that would be given to you on your promotion to gold, as you've certainly earned gold, if even half of what you're telling me is true.
Oh. If it weren't for the help of our friend, the witch hunter, I don't know if we would have made it out alive, to be honest.
Yeah, I remember. We were expecting him, or rather I was. My barkeep has always been somewhat of a hardliner for Sigmar's rather dogmatic creed. I knew he'd been passing information to the Templars for a while.
How did we explain Jeff's character's absence?
Well, you guys were going to split up, as you recall. He and the wizard were gonna go and handle the
Right. Okay.
Herdstone, while you guys were going to check in on the town.
Gotcha. And Jess, what was Jeff's character's name?
Tornala.
Tornala. Okay. Well, we also got separated for Tornala. Tornala was supposed to help the mage. They were successful, it looks like. The Hearthstone was obliterated based on some shards that we could find. But, yeah, we need to find Tornala as well.
Well, I'm glad to hear that accursed thing is gone. I'm not entirely sure how well I can help you find that elf, though.
Yeah.
He's not here. Most of my informant network was based out of Bergenhafen. I'm working on rebuilding, as are the rest of us who made it out. I can see about gathering what information there might be around. If I hear anything, I'll be sure to pass it on to you. Or I'll tell him that you're looking for him, should that end up being the case.
Many thanks.
Many thanks to you. Sounds like we were about to have a demon incursion right in the Reichland if it wasn't for your intervention.
We pretty much did have a demon incursion. We barely got scraped by alive.
Oh, right. That's fair. I guess we did. She kind of goes back to her soup a little bit and looks very troubled.
But, we did stop it.
Aye, that you did. That you did.
And that means we can stop him again.
Right. Course. It's not like living in the Empire. It's just an eternal cycle of stopping the next thing that's coming to stove your head in. Or worse.
A never-ending cycle.
I'm beginning to understand why Bretonnian peasants still put up with that nonsense.
Good to have something to believe in, even if it is a little, fanatical.
Oh, you don't know the half of it.
All I believe in is the moot.
Right. Oh, you must have seen... you must have seen terrible threats trying to come and destroy your people all the time. Good thing you had walls to keep them out.
Yeah. I don't think walls will do any good when they come from within.
No. That's the problem with those chaos cults, isn't it? You can never stop them with regular defenses. That's what we need the witch hunters for.
I'm gonna roll an investigation check to see if there's any flies.
So, I was wondering. There's there are a few flies buzzing about,
Uh-oh.
flying lazily through the air.
Tell me, leaning close.
Eh?
Kind of like lean a little to try to get closer to talk quieter.
What is it?
All right. How much do you know about the Chaos Gods?
Little to none,
Okay.
as it's meant to be.
Unfortunately, we know a little bit more than we should. And I have to say, we need to get rid of these flies.
If anyone asks me if you told me something like that, I'm going to pretend I didn't know you.
Just know, this is a very dangerous situation,
All right.
and I'm gonna try to get us out of it.
Is the last 15 minutes of this going to be us recreating the Fly episode of Breaking Bad? All right, let's
Can I,
fire it up. Hold on, let me get my fly stat block ready.
I'm gonna request that my imp turn into a spider.
Oh, a spider, huh? Well, that sounds good. I always like being a spider. Very sneaky creatures. You get to climb up on walls, listen to things.
Have you
weave
ever eaten a
webs.
fly?
Oh, I don't eat flies. What the hell do you think I am? A spider? Oh.
What about agents of Nurgle?
Look, man. If you're asking me to put any of those things anywhere near any of my orifices, it's gonna be a hard pass. But I can help you deal with them. I know a thing or two about those creatures, and I am not ingesting any bit of them. Neither should you.
Noted.
Then crush them.
That'll be the plan. Maybe a little bit of webbing here, a little bit of webbing there. He's like climbing. He's climbing down and like skittering along under the tables to get to the wall. He's a pretty big spider.
Yeah.
He knows what would happen if people saw him. Admittedly, being a spider makes me nervous. These people freak out and maybe try to kill me.
I regret looking up gifts.
Just roll me a little roll me a little stealth check for your big ass spider.
So it has a. If it's using its stealth. Oh no, it has it in. Cool. Jesus Christ.
All right. There's a scream from the end of the table as your imp.
Can I, does my luck work for that? Saves? Rolls?
I said ally. Technically, if you knew about it.
Do I know this is going on? Can I use my luck for that?
Did you communicate that to the party in any fashion?
The spider stuff?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Okay. So there's a scream from the end of the table, and you see that Demagogue, in his infinite wisdom, chose to take a shortcut across a child's foot in order to reach the wall. And now everyone's like rushing to their feet and like looking under the table, and
Yeah. I'm gonna cast minor illusion of a cute little bunny running through the tables and then runs out the door.
okay. all the people go, oh, that's not a spider, it's just a fuzzy little bunny. See, it's all right.
Fucking joked him.
It's okay, little one. So you can see the little girl's settling down.
She know what she saw.
She's choosing to believe them because it's far less traumatic. See, it's a little furry thing skittering across your foot. It was just a little bunny. All right, well, he's gonna be up on the wall and then on the ceiling.
Just a happy,
Holy.
cute little bunny.
No, that's the spider. Holy hell, man. That was close. I almost got fucking murdered. Who would have thought that little kid had so many nerve endings in her foot?
Maybe you should listen to your own advice on stealth you gave me earlier.
What advice was that?
Lay low, stick to the shadows out of the way.
Well, I did stick to the shadow. That little bitch's foot was under a table. How was I supposed to know she had that many nerve endings?
Well, were you able to handle any of the flies?
No, he only just got to the ceiling. What are you talking about? You guys want to handle the flies? This is an ordeal now. Especially if you're starting it off with that fucking crit fail. Well, there are 3 flies in this room.
My God.
One of them is buzzing around near the kitchen where they're dispensing the gruel / soup.
Uh-oh.
One of them is hovering around the entrance to the room, and the other is up near the ceiling, closer to a light fixture.
I'm gonna set my soup down. Or I'm gonna push my soup away. So I guess since I already had it set down. Yeah. Glad I hadn't quite eaten that yet. Alright. I'm a little concerned. We may be too late. But let's deal with these flies.
So, how do I want to do this? Let me think. I don't know how. No. You haven't derailed anything. This is
Okay.
great. I fucking love this. But there's like one bit of information that I feel like I need to convey, and I'm not totally sure how I'm supposed to convey it because it seems like it should be common sense, but none of you are saying it. Here, we'll do roll for common sense. All of you roll a d20. No halfling luck. Let's see if you get common sense.
Look, I'm an idiot trying to play a smart character, so like it's going extra well.
Strollbog, how much common sense do you have? Alright, well, he's got 6. Strollbog's a little preoccupied with his hat cheese. Emir, as the wise philosopher of the group, you recall an old saying. Actually, you're not sure if it's an old saying, but it's something that just kind of popped into your head. Is that, all squares are rectangles, but not all rectangles are squares.
Okay, well, I'm gonna cast Mage Hand.
All these squares make a circle. Mr. Greenhill, if I might make an assumption, what if these are just flies and this is a kitchen?
You know, I'm a little nervous. You could be right.
That is
Yeah,
some
but-
very smelly soup.
Strawbook, do you have any extra cheese?
To attract the flies.
No, so I might have, so that I may eat some.
Oh. I have a lot of cheese actually, and I need to replace my hat store.
Yeah,
He's
you
gonna
guys
take
remember you got like fucking cheese wheels from that merchant before he got slaughtered by the corn cultists.
Yep. Here you
Use
go.
those.
Gonna hand him a moderate-sized wedge of cheese.
Thanks.
Don't go spinning it all in one place.
It looks like I'm holding a big slice of watermelon. But it's cheese.
All right. What are you gonna do with the cheese?
Well, I'm gonna eat the cheese.
All right. Well, you're free to eat the cheese.
I'm gonna eat the cheese and try to calm down.
All right. Well, there you go.
Don't
Marvelous.
play the sounds of you eating the cheese.
Give guys may notice there are various implements scattered about the mess hall and the kitchen that would certainly be suited to dealing with flies.
Has my spider been killing any of them? Has it killed any yet?
You can see he's headed towards the light fixture.
Okay.
He's taking it slow so that he doesn't scare it off.
Fucking flies.
I'm not gonna do anything because if on the off chance it is a spy, I think it would freak out if we did something.
Yeah, not a bad thought.
I'm just gonna remain calm because either I enjoy this nice soup and I'm getting spied on it, and the spy will die in time, or I don't know. Yeah,
It is delicious poor person soup. It's refugee soup. Mm. Cream of refugee.
Oh no.
My friend will take care of the flies. Why don't we just...
actually no, I wouldn't say that. What I would say is,
Why don't we just enjoy this nice bowl of soup and let our problems take care of themselves?
Don't worry, boss. I'm lining up a shot right now.
if he kills one, does he kill one?
Well, he's if you were to look in his direction, you would see that he has fashioned a little bit of a net out of some spider web. It's got a string
Jesus
attached to it. And he's going to attempt to hit it out of midair with the web.
We'll find out next time.
It's very dramatic.
Look at this
It's-
music.
Exactly.
The music is burned in my fucking brain.
I love this song.
Well, is it a fly or is it a spy? Find out next time.
On Dragon Ball Z. Exactly. All right, so now that you guys have found the Guildmaster and the kind of reestablished your ties there. I'm not sure if Jeff's gonna be. Well, I mean, Jeff might be back for the next one. I don't know. I assume Jeff is busy.
Ending
Whatever.
recorded.